Hello, my name is Eve. I have a website called Multiple Chemical Sensitivity, MCS.com, and an active Facebook page called Detoxing the Body and Help for Multiple Chemical Sensitivity. Today I just want to give an overview of what I think helped me to get well. I'm not a doctor, a nutritionist, or anything like that. And so I just, I got sick one day, and I'm a researcher, so I immediately just started Googling, like crazy, what's wrong with me. And once I found out what's wrong with me, chemical sensitivity, then I saw how bad it could get, how fast it could get, and how it could completely destroy your life and, also kill you. And it's like an awful way, before you're dead, because people are isolated out in the desert. They have to be 20 miles away from any car exhaust, and if you have a multiple chemical sensitivity, you can understand that. I mean, I got to the point where I wanted to go live out in the park. I couldn't breathe in my house in the winter with the heat on. And so it's like a 25-point plan. Basically, one of the main things is detoxing, which I read this book by Sherry Rogers, Detoxify or Die. And I also read about 3 of her other books, and it talks about the coffee enema, which I have a video on. Sauna, which I didn't do infrared sauna, I just did the sauna at my gym. And this detox cocktail, which is made of vitamin C, glutathione, and alpha-lipoic acid. And so anyway, I did that, and I still felt awful, and it was just getting worse. Everywhere I went, I could smell people's laundry detergent from maybe 6 feet away. I could smell people's deodorant from 4 feet away. So anywhere I went, I couldn't handle the environment. I couldn't go anywhere that had candles. Not even, not smelly candles. Those things are toxic. It's just petroleum burning. Sorry to ruin your candle parade. But you gotta buy the expensive old-fashioned candles. Then I learned that a lot of the sickness is in the gut. I finally realized from doing the enemas that I have parasites, candida, and I started dealing with that and dealing with how you heal your gut, which, it's a lot of good probiotics, it's chewing your food, it's molybdenum actually, if you take that, it's a mineral something, it neutralizes the toxic waste byproducts of the parasites and the candida, which you likely have if you have MCS or any other chronic illness. What happens is that the body gets out of balance, and that stuff, all the bad stuff starts growing, and it starts taking your nutrition, it starts releasing toxins into your body, destroys your immune system. And anyway, it's one of the major things you need to do. I didn't really know I had anything wrong with my gut. I thought my digestion was perfectly okay, but apparently it wasn't. That's one huge part. There's the stress is also very bad for your digestion and your whole immune system. So I had a friend who had gotten well from similar kind of sickness from, doing some therapy. So, I signed up the next day because for me, I just want to do whatever it takes to get well. I'll do anything, because if you have chemical sensitivity, it's awful, and it's scary because it just does get worse. And, I was doing stuff and I wasn't getting better, so I was just adding something new onto it, like the, air purifying house plants, detoxing my house, which I made a video about, like not wearing shoes in my house, because you bring actually pesticides and lead, all kinds of awful stuff from the outside into your house. Stopped, getting acrylic nails, and now I have awful nails. How to change the makeup to a more non-toxic brand. Stopped slathering myself with toxic sunblock, and I found a non-toxic one. And so that, another whole part of the things to build up the body. So I educated myself on superfoods. When I got sick, I already pretty much ate organic and ate pretty well. So obviously it wasn't good enough. So I had to really fortify my body with superfoods like maca, chlorella, goji berries, all kinds of nuts, all kinds of pomegranate juice. That stuff is expensive, but it is delicious. You should drink it. What other superfoods? Oh, I started eating more vegetables. I cut out milk. I, no longer ate any genetically modified food or any food that had. I pretty much didn't even eat this before, like the milk with hormones and antibiotics. But now, after that, I was like very free range food. I only use oils like coconut and olive oil. I started growing herbs in my window and adding all kinds of herb to my food. I started drinking some herbs. The list is long. Like if you see my refrigerator, my ex used to call me Evie Nicole Smith because it's just full of a million supplements in there. I don't drink out of plastic ever. Well, every once in a while. But pretty much if they want to serve me something in plastic, I pretty much just decline because the more you read about plastic, the scarier it gets. I have reverse osmosis water and I just reuse my my bottles. A lot of times I put oil of oregano in there because it disinfects everything, but also it's very good for your body. It's very healing. I do stuff like take vitamin D and all kinds of vitamins, and I started taking CoQ10, which is good for energy because last year when I was sick too, especially, I just would go to sleep every night at like 6 o'clock. What else did I do? Well, I always stayed away from places that have chemicals. One thing is people think that chemical sensitivity is an allergy, but it's a different mechanism. So when you're exposed to, you go to a place and you think, oh, well, I can tough it out a couple hours and I'll be okay. But what you're doing is when you're reacting to the chemicals and you're not feeling well, you're actually doing damage to your organs. So you don't want to do damage to your organs because that's just longer it's going to take you to recover. I have one of those masks, that have a little charcoal filter, which I'll take with me sometimes, like on the airplane or certain places where you just get stuck where it's really toxic. I don't really wear it now. I just used it when I had this hair extensions put in because that stuff was toxic. I used my medicine. But when I was really sick, I started using it a lot. I would use it to go to the laundry room. Because as you know, going to the laundry room if you have a MCS is it's a veritable tunnel of toxicity. People. Anyway, laundry detergent. That was my biggest, awfulest thing because everybody uses it. You change all the cleaning chemicals in your house, and you change your toothpaste. Actually, the best toothpaste you can use is peppermint oil and like Himalayan sea salt and baking soda, or any one of those three. If you actually use some peppermint oil on your toothbrush, oh my god, practically burns. Your whole house smells like fresh breath. The whole time I was sick, I would just read and read. What did this person do? What did that person do? I got rid of all of my mercury amalgams by a biological dentist. I did, eat cilantro and chlorella as part of a heavy metal detox, while also, making sure that, while I'm taking detoxing herbs, a lot of them you have to do the colonics or enemas and get the toxins out of your body. I think it's kind of dangerous to take a whole bunch of herbs and things which detox or even kill parasites or kill yeast, and the stuff's just in there and it's like it's making you sick because it's going somewhere else. You got to get that stuff out of your body. I'll spend 3 hours a week sweating in a sauna, like maybe 3 different times for up to an hour each, so like 20 minutes a shot, and then take a shower. You go by your own body. If you're getting really dizzy or you can't take it, don't stay. But I kind of worked up to about an hour and got rid of my cellulite, which I haven't been sauning for like a year, and it is back. That was just some tips. Thought I would get this out of the way. There's a million, trillion, billion tips on how to detox your life and recover from chemical sensitivity and or other chronic illnesses. They share a lot of the same stuff. All right, get well soon.